Alicia Gray is having a word with someone in the crowd, and now security is also involved.
Well, looks like that fan is being
During the Atlanta Dreams clash with the Indiana Fever, tension flared when Alicia Gray pointed out a Fever fan, leading to security escorting people out. But soon, the story unraveled, details didn't add up, and the Dreams narrative fell apart. While Atlanta scrambled with confusion, Indiana stayed locked in, making history by ending their playoff drought in front of an electric home crowd. The difference couldn't have been sharper, one team tangled in controversy, the other lighting up the scoreboard. Now, all eyes are on Game 3, and you won't want to miss it. If you're riding with the Fever, drop a comment. I've got the fever. Let's go.
Clear to us, the WNBA does not appreciate fans, don't want us there. We have been thrown out of games for a multitude of ridiculous things. We have watched these players complain and trash us all. They called half of us racist. They've called all types of stuff. All types of stuff. Now, without Caitlin Clark, the viewership has been cut in half by 50%. 50% for the playoffs. For the playoffs, y'all. And they still are getting fans thrown out of games.
What exactly did Alicia Gray believe she heard from the stands that night? That's still the mystery no one's been able to pin down. The moment she turned, pointed toward the Indiana section, and flagged down security, the situation spiraled. On live TV, cameras caught fans rising in confusion as staff escorted them out, only for the broadcast to cut away quickly. For a split second, it looked like something serious had gone down. The implication was clear. Atlanta's star had been disrespected, and the team wanted that narrative to take center stage. Instead of the scoreboard telling the story, the Dream tried to shift the spotlight to the stands, framing themselves as the wrong side in the heat of a playoff battle.
Had a fan kicked out last night against the Indiana Fever, only for the fan to speak their piece to the security. Security found out, oh, you didn't say anything at all, actually. Yeah, come back to your seat. Let me just wipe that seat off for you. Here, please, have a seat, ma'am. Alicia Gray played like absolute you-know-what last night and decided to take it out on a fan.
At first, it seemed like this had to be about a shocking remarks, something so out of line that security had no choice but to step in. But by the next day, the story splintered. Some outlets brushed it off as simple heckling, the kind of noise every player hears in a high-stakes game. Others framed it as something far more personal and serious, though without offering any specifics. That inconsistency set off alarms. If fans are being pulled from a playoff arena, shouldn't the explanation be clear and uniform? Instead, what emerged was a confusing patchwork of accounts, none of which lined up with what eyewitnesses in the...
This is nuts. By the way, security brought this couple back in and apologized to them. All right? They removed the couple because they do it to let the players calm down, because it's clear these players aren't professionals. It's what you owe us. You owe us at this point. Stop it. Stop it. So, she's now fully been exposed.
As eyewitness accounts surfaced, cracks quickly formed in Gray's version of events. One fan seated near the scene insisted the comment in question was simply, asterisk, you're good, Lex, she's not even trying anymore. Asterisk clearly meant as encouragement for Lexi Hall, not as an insult toward Gray. No vulgarity, no threats, just ordinary sports chatter. Yet that harmless remark somehow snowballed into player frustration, a pointed gesture to security, and paying fans being escorted out of their seats. If that doesn't feel like an over...
Let's get this account of the situation. The guy in the black hat yelled to Lexi, who was running to guard Gray, and said, quote, you're good, Lex. She's not even trying anymore. Gray lost her shit and said some very nasty words to the guy and the people next to him, because he said she's not even trying anymore. She can't handle that kind of heckling. Are you kidding me? Quit sports today.
This is where the narrative completely unraveled. The fans who were escorted out didn't stay gone. Reports confirmed they were back in their seats before the game was even over. That alone speaks volumes about how trivial the offense really was. If something serious had been said, security wouldn't treat it like a short timeout before letting them stroll right back. By the end of the night, the optics were hard to ignore. It didn't look like a case of unruly fans, but rather a player struggling to handle routine home court heckling in the middle of a lopsided loss.
The guy did not say anything out of line whatsoever. They were let back in shortly after. When asked what happened, he said that they said it was protocol to remove the fan to allow the player to calm down. I mean, all these players ought to be playing in bozo outfits. Gray had a bad night, and there is no excuse for the things she said or the way she acted.
On social media, the incident exploded almost instantly. Clips of the ejection spread fast, while the supposed remarks tied to Gray were dissected and dismissed in post-game discussions. Fans highlighted contradictions, and commentators openly admitted the story didn't add up. By the time Monday rolled around, the verdict was clear. It looked less like a legitimate complaint and more like a flimsy narrative, designed to deflect attention from the Dream's poor showing on the court.
Allisha Gray getting this fan kicked out, and of course, the internet went ablaze. Oh my God, those Indiana Fever fans! Bah, 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 bah. Of course, after the fake hoax of early this year with Angel Reese, Angel Smollett, some people are calling her, the fake race hoax, people were saying, "Oh my gosh, those Indiana Fever fans! What could they have possibly said?" And the rumor mill starts going, and the rumor mill starts going, and the rumor mill starts going.
Looking at the bigger picture, the entire episode backfired on Atlanta. What fans quickly branded as a lie never gained traction. The spotlight shifted to Indiana's grit and resilience, not Gray's attempt to change the conversation. Instead of earning sympathy, the Dream came off as rattled, while the Fever looked stronger in every way. That contrast couldn't have been clearer. Gray pointed to the crowd, but Indiana pointed to the scoreboard, and what they put up was nothing short of
WNBA players, you guys are not ready for the big lights. You're not ready for the big lights. You're not ready. I could look you in your eyes and see you're not ready. Y'all can't handle people showing up to games. Y'all can't handle people actually being an interested, invested fan.
With 5 players stuck in street clothes, how did Indiana still manage to look sharper, hungrier, and more connected than the Dream? That's what stunned so many people. Caitlin Clark had just been ruled out for the season. Sophie Cunningham was unavailable. Sydney Colson and Chloe Bai were sidelined. Ari McDonald couldn't suit up either. That's a huge chunk of the rotation gone, led by the very player who brought national attention and transformed league ticket sales. For most teams, especially facing a must-win game, that kind of loss would crush the mood. For Indiana, it did the opposite.
If there's anything I know, there's nothing like playoff basketball in Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Cool. We come to you from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, the first home playoff game for the Fever since 2016. Need to win this to force a decisive game 3.
Bow, bow, bow! Let's go! Fever!